Hi, my name's Ross. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on using the data table in MathJot. And so we're going to start by importing an existing Jot with a data table in. So if we go to the Jot library and we drag in UC section properties, that loads the Jot. You can see here a data table and some equation elements below. If I open by clicking onto the data table, this has the UC properties for the Australian sections. You've got the name, kilograms per meter, kg, pm, and all of the other properties. You can increase the number of columns using the plus or insert them, and you can also do the same for the rows. This is important here that you have the variable name, which is how you use the data table. You put that in there. We've got section. So I click off. So down here we have section, which references the data table. The column we want to search, which is kg/pm, kilograms per meter, and the value 1118, which is the value we're searching for. The method that we're searching, which is exact, and then the column we want to return on, which is AG. So if we look for 118, which we find here, I will just zoom in for you. So if we find 118, which is here, and return AG, you see 15,000, which is correct here. The next one, the method is interp, which is short for interpolate. And so it interpolates between the two numbers that it finds. So between 96.8 and 118 will be 111, goes across and interpolates on AG in between here, and it gives you 14,141. And then two more, we have lower and upper. So it finds 111 in here, and the lower, which will be on this value, and it will return 12,400, and upper obviously returns 15,000. So that's how that works. Obviously, as with almost all things within MathJot, you can use an array, so if we, or a variable. So if we create a variable first, so 118 for x, and I can just put that into here. That gives you exactly the same answer. And if I make this one x, so you can see same answer. Try that for 111. This hasn't found an exact match, so it gives you an error, not a number, that stands for. And you can also create an array. So if you start with square brackets and you do 118 and 11, 111, there you go, and you have 15,000 and not a number, and 15,000 and that. So you can interpolate using this. And of course, if you can set it to a variable. So I'll just set it to var for variable, and then var, and that pumps out, and you can use it or reference it in another equation later on. Just snap that out of the way. And that is how you use data tables.